Yeah, 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 yo, yo, yo. Any gula Mashiach. We're talking to the portions, hukas, but bala, hulu. But we see the essential nature, kuchubichut, love ain't soft, lo mashanama. Kadosh Baruch Hu loves us, we can be the biggest screwball of crackhead. Hashem loves us and loves us and loves us, you know, like one thing we see is Bilam. We see even the screwballs like Bilam and Koirach. How much of Hashem, one there becomes the Korach that Hashem makes a parish of the Korach, and one of the Farshim says that before Kohen Gadol, when the Gula comes, chulu, and one of them, Korach, will rise up from the grave and be one of the Kohen Gadol. Why Korach? Because he understood the Tachlis. Tachlis, they were here, even with Hashem B'Simcha, he wanted to serve Kuchabir, chulu. And we see with Bilam, the two greatest prophets, Moshe and Bilam, chulu. Why Bilam? So we see Bilam, even though he's a screwball, you know that because he said I can only do what God tells me to. He knew who the boss was. He knew Melech Machem Lachem. So even a guy, even a screwball, someone's against Am Yisrael, chulu. And they know Raku Chabrichu. We know it like the Tower of Babel that the Harababel that had success. Why did Hashem allow them to have success if they're going against Kucha B'chulu? Hashem had to change the languages. So why did they have success? Because they worked together. They favored God, and whatever favors God. When we favor God, God favors us. The Holy Nyan, we saw it with Shlomo Melech, that you know that Ein Sof. Shlomo Melech was the closest to Gula Shlem was Amitis, and the Ein Sof is the closest thing that we had to Gula Shlem. Hashem, gave him 1,000 wives and this and they gave him everything. Chulu, but it was only, and we see also Parashat Chukas and Pinchas afterwards. That you see first with Pinchas that when he did that he was zealous for Kuchabrichu, even though Moshe Rabbeinu didn't know what to do because it was chozot, it was murder. But then they know because it was for Kuchabrichu, he was right, chulu. Like Nachshon ben Benedito, we have to go forth with Kochot, to be always like a line towards Kuchabrichu, chulu. So the holy Nyan, that what happened at the end. So Hashem gives Ein Sof love to us, and we see essential nature over it. But the end, with Shlomo, and after the Medina to woman that came, so it wasn't even the Medina to woman. It wasn't even the woman, it was either the fat cow, like in the Paraduma, the fat cow. He went to the fat cow, the Chet Egel, and over here they took them to. I'm not gonna tell you my joke. They took them to the Balapur. So it was in Balapur. We see with Shlomo is the avodah zarah of all the women. That's what Moshe said. They bring you to Kshafim, avodah zarah, chulu. They bring their way. So when we weren't dedicated long to Kuchabrichu, so that pissed Hashem off. But the essential nature, essential nature of Kuchabrichu, we see is Parshas Balak. That Lo Moshe, even your screwball, your biggest, whatever. Hashem loves us ain't self. He doesn't allow anybody to touch us. He doesn't allow anybody to curse. Even if they want to do rise, it comes brachas from the mouth. No matter what, Hashem just love. But then when you say, you don't want God, so they say, okay, Hashem takes a step back. Wait, okay, when are they going to want me? When are they going to care about me? Chulu. And as we see with Parshas Chukas and Balak, chulu. We have to look, we don't look at the, Trachov, it's saying we look at the good, so we have to look at Hashem's ascension. We know from this, we learn from this, that we were dedicated and we favor God, we're dedicated and loyal. And we don't run after the fat cow. It's the fat cow, dude. We're switching up, so we don't run after we don't Elohim Acharim, Anoch Hashem Atas Elohim Acharim, and Zechariah, with the harlotry and avodah zarah. Hashem says, what's the avodah zarah? Hashem wants us, Raku Chabrichu. We understand this that even if we're the biggest screwball ever, the Hashem loves his Ein Sof. He just sees the good in us and just sees tov. Like we know if we just even thought to do a mitzvah, it's Keilu you already did the mitzvah. Lagam Hashem already sees you. The story of the Rambam, Rav Avner, the Rambam that the Rambam says that he brings in the Torah that they had about tshuva that said, where's me in the Torah? He says he went off the Torah. He says, where's me in the Torah? So Rambam brought the four word. He brought from one of the psukim in Torah's name from each fourth letter, but in the name it said the Reish before Rab Avner. So even though he wasn't religious at the time, Hashem saw it as a Rab because Hashem only looks in the good in us. Chulu chulu chulu. Rabness. He says as a Rab. They were all, the Bnei and Bat Melech, all the kings and queens of Kuchubichu, and how much essential nature Kuchubichu is ends of love for us. And this Ninyan Kulish is mitis chulu 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 to come to the essential nature of Kuchubichu and understand it, and we understand this. And then we understand this, where it's chokek, where it's within us, like the super rational mitzvahs. They're saying pshat and pashtut, that the difference why Hashem and chukot, because the Rebbe comes as chukot, that we need to know, everything to kuchabrichu, and the regular mitzvahs and the super rational ones we don't understand, only to do it because the mitzvah tzavtza. Torah is mitzvah tzavtza. And Torah, we enter into the word of Torah, lifts us up in the mountain, and we come with the whole inyan to come closer to Kuchabrichu. And it connects us to Kuchabrichu to come, and we know this, and everything's about connecting Kuchabrichu and being one with Kuchabrichu, and being dedicated and loyal and loving Kuchabrichu like he loves us. Chulu, chulu, chulu. Then we have a lu shalom b'tocho, we have gula shtem, it means dust, inyan, versteht inyan. May God bless Kol HaBaruch L'Kol Am Yisrael. It's going to serve Hashem v'shirtei pula. Pesmin yishkonim v'levim shir v'zmagas david kabonz k'toyz b'kum lachem panim v'noyro. Konim v'shabit v'shafel v'vod. Amen, amen, Kol Am Yisrael, amen, Ken Yoratzon Amatzela v'ed. Peace and love, live in peace. Yichem melech yamakol, long live the sweet, sweet, sweet queens. Chaim v'livach v'levach v'ov soft and loving heart and love one another like Kucha Brichu loves us. Yeah, man. Machadam machalom. Boire priagafen. Yeah, man, Mashiach here now. May God bless and love and love. May God bless. Oh my.